baseball was the first introduction to all sports because baseball was, Jackie Robinson had such influence on Black America in terms of being known baseball. A lot of black kids played baseball at the time. It's really funny because at the time baseball was really cheap to play. I used to have a baseball glove, a bat. If you didn't have no cleats, you didn't need no cleats. Where everybody used the same bat. So you need a lot of bats. I grew up in a league that had like a bitty baseballers. That had like, you get into the first league, then you go to the pony league. They have in the little league, then you go to pony league, and you go to Connie Mack. So in the park I grew up in, it had 4 levels. And so at different age groups, you change the level you could be on. I had some friends who was serious, played baseball up into their 20s. Because they were starting to go to the pros, And so, baseball was the #1 sport. But then basketball, I like to say that it was after seeing Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain in the 60s, we embraced basketball. That's what happened. The basketball blew up. You got to understand, in 1954, DuSable went downstate. So it was always on the underbelly of Chicago. The Harlem Globetrotters is a Chicago team. Basketball is something that's innate to the black community in Chicago. And so, like I say, Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain were at that time the guys. Well, they used the name Harlem Globetrotters because New York was so prominent. But they came from Chicago. Most of them went to Phillips High School. Most people don't know that. It's not, Harlem Globetrotters is not from New York. They're from Chicago. This was in 1966. The #1 draft choice of the NBA was a brother named Cassie Russell from Chicago. Now imagine he played during a time with all the segregation, and he went to Michigan, University of Michigan, where he was like averaging 30 points a game. So brothers started getting into basketball. Like I say, after DuSable went downstate in '54. That was Sweet Charlie Brown and them guys. Basketball just kind of, for the young people from then on, basketball was the sport because you was running. It's like baseball. Sometimes you be sitting there, when you got pitch me, man? Oh, you keep throwing balls. Hell, how long is this game gonna be out? We gonna play all night. So that basketball was more of a action constant, and had an ending time. It was pretty much set. With baseball, you may go to sleep on that sucker. Especially if it's a pitching dude, can't nobody hit the pitcher.